Two boys in the street named Peter and Steve, a drifter who paused and coughed, ran out in the street for to retrieve a parcel of something he dropped. They followed him for a stretch of 2 blocks, shouting, "Hey, mister, here's something you might..." Startled to find he'd been trampled by an ox pulling a tractor whose driver was tight. Fleeing the scene, they passed a latrine, a potted cactus, and a hawk. And they found in their boon a needle and spoon, but mostly a substance of chalk. An aged troubadour, head teeming with lice, was quick to hand out sage-seeming advice. "Err on caution's side," he said, "and avoid ingesting that as you would lead. Do not partake. That stuff is vile. The tears of a crocodile will have more legitimacy than you when with that white powder you are through. That substance will endlessly detract you from your commonplace books and studies, and serve to further distract you from your lover and her buddies." He wandered away with a stench of decay. Said Steve, his advice was certainly grim. And it was so specific, I think it's implicit that those events happened to him. One boy listened to those old man's words. He refrained from snorting the powder. Around the world, throngs of young girls shout, "Louder, Peter, louder." The other enjoyed it quite a bit, and found that within the week, when his supplies were running low, his constitution and poise were weak. His addiction compounded until he had stolen 6 tea sets and an old moppet. His parents, investors, were disgraced to hear he'd sold them at such a low profit. Though Peter continued to riches and fame, his success, it never subsided. Morticians were baffled and stumped for a name when his brother and a taxi collided. Fiend.